Hello Pisces, thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Chakra Wisdom Tarot by Tori Hartman. Artwork by Katrina Sokolova, I believe. There are websites on the back here, torihartman.com or watkinspublishing.com, if you're interested. Supportive Oracle cards, Spellcasting Oracle cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lizbeth. Website for them is shewhoisart.com here on the back. Okay, apparently I'm addicted to these two decks together at the moment, so we're just going to roll with it. All right, what do we have for Pisces? Oh, somebody wants your attention. Somebody wants your attention. Yeah, they do. Why are you not... Are you not interested? Are you interested or are you not interested? Do you not trust this? Something's up. Somebody's communicating towards you, and you seem to be kind of working with it. I have a feeling you don't trust it just yet. There's something around you. Somebody's communicating. Somebody wants your attention. I feel like they're all glitz and glamour. Everything is great. We can do this. This can be wonderful. And you're just like, sure. I kind of believe you for 5 minutes, but once you're out of sight, you might be out of mind. It's like, I don't feel like I believe in the long term with this person yet. They have to prove that that's actually there. Something about, I'm just not convinced that what they're telling me is going to last. I might believe that they believe what they're saying. You know, you have those people that they tell you they have all these good ideas, and you believe that the moment they're telling you this, they might believe that, but you're also in the same time like, well, even though they believe that right now, if it really plays out that way, we gotta wait and see. All right, I'm gonna look at these. I'm nervous about these three cards. You got the Hermit, the Nine of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. I just don't want somebody to... I don't want to trust somebody and get my hopes up and they get dropped on my butt. And I feel like that's what it is. It's not like I don't want to believe in them. It's just kind of like if I get sucked into this and then they just kind of like, they get me going, I get all into it. It's kind of like, you know, if somebody gets you into a new hobby and they're like, we're going to do all this, we're going to do that, it's going to be great, make sure you get everything you need. For example, if you were going to get into skiing and they're going to be the person that's going to teach you skiing. You go on a couple short trips, they show you some things. And then if you invest in the skis and the equipment and whatever else you might need, and you book things like a year ahead of time, and you make sure you got this, you got that, you spend all this money on this, and then all of a sudden they're nowhere to be found. Maybe they believed it in the minute, but then they just kind of go away. You're like, I spent all this money, they're the person who was going to teach me, now I have to find some other way to either use this or I have to sell it, or now I have all this I have to deal with, and it's kind of like, I wouldn't have done all this if I really knew they weren't going to stay around. I wouldn't have gotten that invested, and I got all invested in this, and now it's like I wasted all this emotion and time in this for nothing. And I don't want to do that. Because I feel like if I start going down this line, I'm going to want to keep it. And if I can't, I'm going to be very disappointed, and I don't want that. There's something about them. I'm just not convinced they're as on point with it as they're telling me. And I'm trying to be rational. I'm saying this as a Pisces. This does feel like a more... I'm going to go ahead and... I don't know how this is going to sound. A more advanced Pisces energy would be... You know you can get carried away with a thought. You know you can get carried away with the excitement in something. And you're just trying to keep your feet on the ground. Like... I don't want to get carried away by this situation. It's happened before. It's not gone well. Or the shorthand of it, I've regretted doing that. I've regretted letting myself go along with the situation and getting excited about it and end up flat on my butt. I don't want that to happen. So, but at the same time, again, this is the more advanced Pisces energy, if I dare. I don't want to just like cut something short. I want to give it a chance. And I want to put something into it because I don't want to just be like, that could work, but I'm not going to give it a chance, so it never had a chance. I want to be like, I'll give into it. I'll play into it a little bit. I'll go along with this. I'll invest a little bit into it. But I need to see something substantial here to show me that, I can trust this and I can be more like, okay, this looks like it's going to go far. I'm trying to be more even-minded, level-headed about it. I'm trying to shut my phone up. I'm sorry. Shut up, phone. You got good energy coming in here, though. Something honest is coming forward towards you. Do they know there is something around them that is distracting? Something around them is distracting. So this isn't coming out of nowhere. This isn't just like a gut feeling, even though Pisces are intuitive. Water signs tend to be. Saying that again as a water sign. I am a Pisces. There's like something tangible. Like this person does seem a little scatterbrained. Does seem like they're doing a lot of things. I shouldn't say scatterbrained. They got multiple things going on. Maybe a little bit of a conflict of interest here. Something like that. So it's not like you're just kind of like, oh, I'm worried. My gut instinct is telling me be careful. It's not just that. It's like literally you can see this person answering calls while they're hanging out with you, planning this, or okay, I have to go. I'll be right back. Give me like 10 minutes. I have to go do this real quick and then come back. Like it seems like that happens. Plans might, like for example, if you're supposed to meet at 5 for dinner, they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, can we meet at 6:30? Something happened. I have to take care of it. I do want to meet you still. Can we do this? Can that be okay? And I feel like you're like, I can move that around. Yes, I can do it. But it's still kind of like the energy's just a little bit unstable, a little bit questionable. There's a little bit of conflict around this person. I'm seeing some good cards, and I don't know why I'm hesitating, but I'm hesitating because I'm afraid that it's going to be all in my mind, that it's kind of like it looks really good, but I don't want to believe something that's not there. I don't want to believe in a fantasy. I need reality. Again, this is a more advanced Pisces energy. Like a fantasy is not going to work for me. Something great that's going to actually happen. I want a fantasy that I can create in real life. Like if it's a fantasy to start, but it becomes reality, that's one thing, because Pisces do love to dream. But we want a dream that we can make something of, that creates something. We don't want just like a fantasy go to a fantasy. Like if I want to watch a story, I'll go to Netflix. You know what I mean? I don't need somebody to tell me a story in real life and then disappear. Like don't make me think everything's great and then it's not. I don't need that. That's a fantasy. But you got these two cards coming in. I'm like, I think it's because I'm a Pisces. I'm really excited about it as a reader, but I'm conflicted about it connecting to the Pisces side because the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, these are great cards to have anyway, but they're very compatible. They like reinforce one another. They help things keep going. The stability with the emotion, these grow together. This is like, when you have a tree in the ground, earth is the dirt, water is the emotion, but still like earth and water help that grow. Like you just need some fire to give it some sunlight and you'll be good. As long as the passion's there and the two of these together can create that passion, this can really come together. Whoever this is, they like you on a few different levels, is what I'm getting. They like you on a few different levels and they see a very high quality, like you really make a lot of sense to them in the sense of like, they see you as somebody who can dream and they could have these dreams, like you can dream and then they can take these dreams and make them a reality. That seems very fairy tale like, but that's what I'm getting. They see you as somebody who has a lot of thoughts and ideas and very artistic. All right, that's normal for Pisces too, so I don't think that's too far out of the box. Very artistic, very thinking outside of that box. And artistic doesn't have to be like pen and paper, paint on paper, whatever. You could just have a very artistic way of moving, of living, of talking, of explaining things. You have a lot that inspires them. And they feel like this can go a long way. There's a lot about you that they really like. A lot. I feel so apprehensive, but all these cards on that side are good. Like, they're really good. They're explaining what they need to explain. The one thing I feel like I'm missing is, like, I'm questioning the fire. Where the fire actually... Fire is action, and I'm just questioning where the action is really happening. I feel like that's... Because they'll tell me a lot. They tell me a lot of good things. They tell me about a lot of prosperity. Literally prosperity, good things, happiness, joy, things that can happen, things we can do. And they got this card. Doesn't have to be a romance thing. Could be. but it's general reading, however that hits for you. But the Lovers card's popping out, like they're all about you. Whoever this person is all about you. Now, if this isn't romance, this is kind of like one of those people that, like, they might be a part of your soul family, to where they just know you, they just feel good around you, they feel comfortable around you. Doesn't have to be romance, but this is a very strong, intense, good connection that this person wants you in their life. They see you as high quality, great quality, want you there, feel like you can do a lot with them. The thing is, I feel like you're the fire. You're the fire. Okay, let's keep going with that. You got the Queen of Wands. Don't get caught up in the gender. The gender doesn't matter, and especially the general reads. Just kind of go with the energy. Somebody very passionately motivated. And the more you get involved in this, the better it gets. You do have the passion for this. And the more passion you pour into it, you're the sunlight to that tree I was talking about. Like if the tree is planted in the earth and they're supplying the water and the earth, you're the sunlight that allows it to grow. You are going to be that sunlight. You have to pour in. The more passion you pour into it, the more you allow yourself to pour into it, the better it gets, the faster it goes. Fast in a good way, also. I don't know what that means. It's kind of like when you want to get something done, you want to get it, and you know how to do it, you don't want to drag your feet. Like the appropriate speed. I feel like you're that. You are the passion that will fuel this. If you don't supply that passion, I don't know, like literally the passion card is on your side. It's been there the whole time. I'm just now realizing it was there. So it was there. I'm talking about it, not realizing it's like right in my face. You're the passion. You can go into this slowly. There's nothing wrong with that. But they're saying don't assume, yeah, because this is holding you back. You have had disappointments in your past, but the way these cards are lying here, they're trying to point that out. Don't let the past disappointments ruin your future. Just go into it slowly. This is not a bad card, even though if those of you who know what the Ten of Swords means, it's devastation, it's very rough. It's talking about your past, though. It's where it's showing up in your reading. It's a past influence. You're building on top of it. They're saying don't let it create your future. Learn from your past, go into it slowly, and keep an eye on things and keep it going. Keep pouring in that passion, but pour it in a rational way. Keep it together. Pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to what's going on. Keep your hand on the pulse. Keep your hand on the pulse, I think is what we're saying with that. Keep connected with it. Don't just take it for granted it's going to work out. Slowly but surely, this situation will prove itself. We've got the Five of Swords, but this card fell out of the deck upside down. The Ten of Wands is releasing stress. This doesn't have to be difficult. But it might become difficult. The thing is, don't give up on this before it has a chance. This is something really good. Give this a chance. Because to the person who's like, it's kind of like I've tried, and I always get kicked off the horse. And I'm just sick of trying. To the person who's feeling that way, sooner or later it will go your way. It's just kind of like you don't want to give up before you give it a chance. Getting back up on that horse sometimes becomes really hard, but if you don't get up on that horse, you're not going to ride and enjoy. You're not going to be able to enjoy the ride. If you don't get on the horse, you can't enjoy the ride. So instead of just like sitting on the sidelines and just accepting that that's where you're going to live for the rest of your life, get up on the horse. You might fall off it, you might not. If you don't, you're going to enjoy that ride. And I'm getting for those of you who even, like, maybe the ride doesn't last as long as you want it to, you still enjoy the ride long enough to make it worth it. I don't think this is going to go bad. I think this is going to go well. You have to be willing. It's all up to you. Your life, you decide. You're the executive of your life. You decide what's right. But they're saying this is a chance for you to enjoy life more. This is worth the effort. This is worth the chance. I feel like I'm nervous. I'm just like, I don't want to end up on my butt again. It's still sore. I got a bruise. Like, I don't want to do it again. But they're saying if you don't give life a chance, if you don't get out there and get on the horse, you can't enjoy the ride if you don't get on the horse. And it's kind of like I'm feeling this energy kind of like I'm bored sitting on the sidelines. I'm not happy sitting on the sidelines. The only chance you have is to get on that horse, which does have a risk, but you can't enjoy the ride if you don't get on the horse. Are we good? Good. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you are interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And thank you for watching. Have a good day.